Play clock down to 2. We're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Corey Littleton.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. As he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Shaquem Griffin.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Shotgun now for Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Carr now on 1st down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. From the gun, it's Carr. Over the find Waller, that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 31 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Bills nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 29, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
Allen's pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills nothing.
On first down, Allen. They'll find home. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
To number 85. 2 yards. On
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Now Allen again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
6-yard attempt.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play, create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's good.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out of and right up the middle.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And 7.
They run the option on second down. Carr, quick throw, it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Jacobs, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
7-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And shedding through the tackle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
3rd and goal.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
For the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
5-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's...
He's got it at the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 63 yards. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home. That's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
On second and 12, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll get this one right out just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll look downfield for Ward. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Completes it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Carr to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Now whistles here. I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Well, the 3rd and somewhat manageable now. Not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And his kick is right through.
The score, Bills 24, Raiders 10. Tyler Bass.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to talk. Comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now Carr. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. It's incomplete. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Brings up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Carr. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And that left us well upfield across the 45. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 46-yard line.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 yards. A good pickup there. Those signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. His throw. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One final try now for Carr. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time.